These are the top 10 sneakers for summer 2024 that you need to buy, and it's actually going to be 11. Now, we're gonna be listing these in order of cheapest to most expensive, so you guys can see an entire range. Now, this range isn't that crazy. We're starting off at the lower end around $100, then we're topping out at $615. So it's not, I know 615 is a lot, but it's not that crazy in the scheme of the range. We have a lot of good stuff in here, a lot of stuff that you can get at a lot of different places, at sneaker stores, at resale stores, Foot Lockers. There's all kinds of range for anything that you guys could want. So we're gonna go through each pair, talk about the price, talk about what we think about them, and to get into it. And I think we have a lot of variety here. There's a decent amount of Nike still, but there's a lot of Asics, New Balances, there's even Hokas in here that we're gonna talk about. So let's jump into it and just get to it. Now, one of the things you guys can do is you can go to a lot of stores like Foot Locker and stuff now and find a lot of pairs sitting on shelves. We did that today. We saw some pairs. A lot of pairs are out there. There's also pairs that you can't get at, like even Asics and New Balances. And so it's good to check and find a good range because you can find good prices everywhere. The first one is gonna be the Shadow 1 Lows. Now, this one is starting at $140. We actually found these at a Foot Locker just sitting in our size. Now, I think that's happening a lot of the time now. Some of the stores we went to didn't have these as far as resale shops because they just dropped yesterday. But these are gonna be going, I say 140, but if I go on StockX right now, they're probably lower than that. Yeah, they dropped yesterday. My size is 121. So you're looking at below retail on these already because they're sitting at Foot Lockers and stuff. But this is gonna be a good summer shoe because for me, Jordan 1 Lows are always a favorite for summer because you can wear it with shorts and pants. Like right now, I'm wearing the Travis Olive 1 Lows. This is kind of like a really good everyday one for me. It's a more expensive pair and I probably wear them too much. But the 1 Lows are really good for summer. Now you've seen they have the Shadow Highs. There's a couple different variations. This one materials are actually really good and seem to be a comfortable shoe. One of the aspects I want to focus on when we're talking about these shoes is comfort because I feel like for a lot of you guys, even for me, that's more important now than like a good looking shoe. Is like, I want something that looks good but also is comfortable. And so this one right here is a good material and it's gonna have that comfort there. The problem is the price point. If you buy them at the store, you're losing money already. So there might be some deals to be had out there, but these just came out yesterday and they probably will continue to drop in my opinion. The box is cool. It's different from your typical Jordan 1 box. You got the black, the gray. I think that's good, but for comfort and price, I think this is a good one starting at the cheaper end of the price end. And there's not gonna be too much of a price jump as we go along here. They're all gonna be in a similar range. So it's really all what you guys want. So Shadow 1 Lows, good quality leather, a little bit shinier there for that. But I think they should do good. They're not doing good, but it's still a good shoe nonetheless if you want that Jordan 1 Low and a clean colorway that you can wear with a lot of stuff. So that's be pair number one and on our price list. Now, the next one up, as we do these prices, it's kind of gonna just be StockX lowest acts. Now, that doesn't mean you can walk into stores and buy them at these prices. You have to pay for fees and shipping, all that. We're just basing it off of that to show you what kind of the baseline is. You have taxes, you have fees and all that. So the next pair is gonna be one that I think is like the most popular at sneaker stores nowadays, and it's Asics. Resale stores, retail stores are all selling Asics, and specifically two models that I see a lot. First one's gonna be the Gel 1130. This comes in a lot of different colorways. This one at the store that we're at right now, this is probably one of their most popular colorways right now. This is gonna be a white shark skin 1130. Now, we know that the kind of activewear sneakers has become very popular right now, especially the Asics, because you can get them even at resale shops in the $180 to $200 price range if they're sold out at stores. I mean, the colorway's good, the shoe looks good. There's gallery department collabs that are out of Asics, and I just think these now have been able to be worn better, and maybe it's the aspect of people are wearing more flared pants and they look good in that, but you can also wear them with shorts, and also they're comfortable. So I think that's a big aspect of it, is the comfort. And so this is one of the colorways. There's plenty of colorways of these in black and white and green, and there's so many different ones, and they're all in that relative same price range. Now we do have a Kayano 14, which is gonna be a little bit more of that resell because of the colorway, but I think you can't go wrong with these right now. It's really hard to beat these for like the value of comfort, look, and everything. And the fact that there's not a huge range of like the style. For Jordan 1 Lows, there's a pair that's $100, there's a pair that's $2,000 in a Travis Scott. There's the gallery department, but most of them are gonna be in this kind of unique or simple colorways. So pair number two, these are going in the, I think I said these are in the 140 range right now before fees and everything. Obviously, if you go find them in a store, it's gonna be a little bit more, but that's pair number two. The next pair is probably my favorite right now. I was wearing these earlier today. The silhouette is my favorite. You would think they're not as comfortable as they would be. I picked these ones up at a store in Nashville. It's called Rooted. They had them for retail price. Retail price is, I believe, like 100, 120. So right now on StockX, these are 152 before fees and everything. This is Adidas Samba. There's so many Sambas. You can go to every store and get Sambas now. I like this one because it's a little bit different. This is called, so this is the Core White Magic Beige. Again, last sale on them was 127. These are going for around retail. For me, this is a very comfortable shoe for the fit of my foot. Compared to even like a Jordan 1 Low, these fit me a little bit better. You would think that because it's such a low profile midsole that you're not gonna get that level of comfort, but for me, it's not that bad. This one is a nice leather and a good colorway. I've had the OG pair, I've had 100 pairs, you guys have seen that, but I think it was time to switch it up, get a little bit different, and we got the tan colorway. So you can get the original pair at probably a JD Sports if you have one locally. But for the price point, I think Sambas are really good. And there are collaborations like the Wales Bonners. There's a whole bunch of stuff that are a little more hype. I don't think it's necessary, to be honest. I think getting a pair like this is totally good. And it's harder to find those pairs. These you can find in a lot of places, especially in a bunch of different colorways. So comfort levels for these are great. And the price point is great. All right, guys, I wanna hop in here real quick because I wanna do a giveaway of a pair of summer sneakers for you guys. Now, you can select between 3 of the shoes that are on this video. The first one's gonna be a pair of Adidas Samba OG, the white with beige. It's kind of my everyday shoe now. The second pair that you can pick from is the Asics Gel 1130. Now, we're gonna do the shark blue colorways you guys see here. They've been super popular recently. And then the third pair is gonna be the Nike Vomero 5s that you see here as well. Rules for the giveaway are super simple. Just 1, subscribe to this YouTube channel down below. Number 2, follow me at Harris Nevel on Instagram. Number 3, leave a comment on this video right here with your Instagram username, and that's it. And I'll pick the winner in 2 weeks time. You guys will see in the comments, I will pin it who won it. So make sure you guys go ahead and enter, get you a fresh pair of summer sneakers, and look out for the winner of the giveaway because I'll be messaging you on Instagram. All right, we're on to shoe number 4. We're gonna go into the New Balance range. Again, like the Asics, there are so many models of New Balances that are out right now that are great, all pretty similar. We picked one that was gonna be a little bit more expensive than some of them because we liked the colorway of it. So this is the 2002 R Protection Pack. This is going for about $160 before fees and everything. And that all these prices I'm also saying are my size, not the cheapest size. 2002 R Protection Pack. For New Balances, I think it's again all about preference of colors and things of that nature. This one's pretty cool because it's kind of like a eating away kind of, I don't know, what would you say about that, Nick? Like
kind of like tearaway.
Tearaway material. It's a cool design. You can see there's a theme. I like kind of the tan right now, simple neutral colors. And the 2002 R is an easy one to get. Again, there are so many types. We were just at JD Sports and there's like 10 different ones in different colorways. So it's really all about that. And again, with this one, I think this is a comfortable shoe and why the New Balances are doing well. I've heard that the Asics are still doing a bit better than the New Balance right now, but it kind of probably just varies store to store. So these ones are, I think, in the 160 range, and I don't know what retail is on these. Yeah, 160 on these. I don't know what retail is, I could probably look that up. Retail price is 150. I think that's a good colorway, and you're gonna see that theme of that brown in a lot of these shoes. But I think, again, the New Balance, the Asics, they offer a really good difference in styles right now. And that brings me to the next one, which I kind of want to make a whole dedicated video on like comfortable shoes because I think that's, you know, people are interested in that right now, especially with this stuff. And that's why I ended up getting a Hoka. Now, Hokas are, I think most people know them for running shoes or like everyday walking shoes. This one right here is not like a running shoe. This is kind of one that Nick picked out that was more of like a kind of lifestyle, but also comfort, colorway, and shoe. So I wear the Clifton 9s. This is gonna be the Clifton L Suede. So check that out. Obviously, what you're gonna gain from this is a lot of comfort with this, you know, huge midsole here. And this colorway didn't even really look like a Hoka. It's just cool. They had them black, white, a bunch of different colors. Downside to these would be that they're at $170 range, but there's something really cool about Hoka that I've learned recently that I've actually utilized. Now, I got these from Foot Locker, so this doesn't apply. If you buy a sneaker from Hoka directly from their website, and for any reason you're dissatisfied with the build quality, if you're dissatisfied with anything around that, like they wore too quick, like you had them for 8 months and they wore really quickly and you thought they would last longer, you can do an exchange. Now, that can be for any time frame. I did it for a shoe that was 9 months old that I thought wore too quickly and I was about to donate. You can basically go on the website, exchange them for the exact same pair, brand new, completely free, or you can exchange them for another silhouette, another running shoe, completely free, and don't have any charge. And it's, to me, that's like pretty insane. That's them backing their product. And so I did that recently. I had the Clifton 8s. They wore down really quick, and I ended up getting a brand new pair of these Mach 1 running shoes because I use them for running. And so to me, for a brand perspective, that's really good. So again, I want to go into more detail on that with some more comfortable shoes in another episode of that. But that's, to me, that's backing your product. And I really like that. And I'm curious to see if any of you guys have done that in the past. So again, this is the Clifton L. This looks more of like could be a hiking trail shoe, could be a running shoe as well. But I mean, got a good look. And I think a lot of people wearing Hokas. I feel like Hokas are kind of hyped in the like running world. So, all right, for pair number 6, we have another Asics. This is gonna be the Gel Camo 14. Similar look to that other one. This is gonna be the plum colorway, which is 2 resale stores we've been to as their most popular that they've been selling recently. So check these out. You got a nice kind of like off-white color, you got some black, you got the plum colorway in there, some silver, and it looks like, to me, like, I mean, this is a good one right here. It's simple. This one has a little more flair to it. These are in the $180 range. Again, my size on StockX. And I think they're just clean. And again, the possibilities of wearing them. So obviously we got an 1130 and then the Camo 14. There are differences in them. Comfort-wise, there may be some differences that people like better. I'm not sure. I haven't really compared the two to know exactly. But I think I would probably wear these over these, and at a $20 difference. Again, at stores, it might be a bigger difference because a lot of resale shops are selling these nowadays because they're great and they're hot. And retail on these is like 95 bucks, I believe, but they're selling out, I believe, in some sizes. So second pair of Asics, a lot of good range in them. And I foresee these continuing to kind of hold and people be into them, especially throughout the entire summer. Next up is a questionable one as far as my opinions on them. This is a Jordan 4 that we've talked about a million times already, that we've had early, which is gonna be the military blue 4s. There's been a lot of controversy on these with the colors, and even people coming at me on TikTok about how I said they're not like the OG, because there's multiple pairs that have come out. The pair before this one was a lot whiter of a material. We have a clip of these next to the SB4s. You can see kind of the color difference. I think these are a little bit too gray for my liking, and Jordan 4s are not that comfortable to me. The Jordan 4 SBs are comfortable, which make me like to wear them, but these aren't comfortable, which makes me not want to wear them as much. So I've had a couple pairs of these already. Not my favorite, and I think that we saw these doing a little bit better resale-wise than they are. I think they're in the 230 range in my size, and I believe retail is 200? Retail 215, and so at 235 in my size for these, you're 20 bucks over retail. It's we saw kind of smaller, like grade school sizes and preschool sizes in store still, but I have these on here because it's a new current release, but I feel like these might fade away of people's interest. Like these have been, where'd they go? Oh, these have been kind of hot for a couple months now. I think a lot of the Jordans have just kind of fallen off a bit. So in terms of like the hype continuing. So we have those in there because I wanted to have the 4s. It's a new hot one, but we'll see how they progress. And that leads us into the next one, which is curious to see how market goes. Somebody who does it best for boxes is gonna be CPFM. This is a new pair of their Air Force Ones. 4 colorways dropped: white, black, moss, and then purple plum. I can't remember the name of it. We got a pair here. This is gonna be the moss colorway. So another thing CPFM is good at, comes with a nice little dust bag there. These are selling in the 250 range right now, 245 in my size. And this is gonna be a pretty unique colorway. I like the purple, I think, a little bit better. But obviously with CPFM, you're gonna have the attributes of like the big air there. On this one right here, it says sunshine, so it goes all the way around just like that. This is obviously a smaller size 6. This is gonna be a good quality shoe. Air Force Ones are somewhat comfortable, a little bit heavier of a shoe, and maybe it could be a little bit clunkier, but they're a little bit taller, give you a little extra ½ inch of height. 245 range. That's where these are at now. Where these are gonna go in, say, 2 months, I could see them dropping a bit to the 200 range. We'll have to see, but that's, as we film this video, where these are at right now. That leaves us to 3 more. This next one, not a Jordan. This is not a dunk. Not a dunk, guys, promise. This is a Vomero 5. Vomero 5's another shoe that's been really hot lately, especially this colorway. This is gonna be the Photon Dust Metallic Silver. Pretty similar to the Asics here when you have the kind of the metallic lookingness of it. The thing that is, popular about these: 1, Vomero 5's comfortable. 2, simple colorway. You can see you just have like the grays, the tans, the off-whites, That's really easy to wear, and that chrome metallic gives it that little bit of pop to differentiate from, you know, your standard one. Now these ones are going for about $261 right now, which is a little expensive, but there are plenty of Vomeros that you can find at, I'd say, JD Sports that aren't this colorway. They might be a color that could fit you well, but if you want that, I would say this is like a hype Vomero. This is a good one right here. But there's tons of colorways at the store. We were just there, we saw plenty of them, but this is kind of that hype level of it. So Vomero 5s, plenty of colorways, good shoe, comfort, summer, great one. So this is technically the 10th, but this is, I would say this is probably the better one of these two for sure. Yeah, this is an unreleased Jordan 4 that it's called the Oxidized Green, and it's giving similar vibes to the 4 SBs. It's giving similar vibes like a vintage Jordan. This is probably gonna be a similar feel and comfort as most Jordan 4s. Something cool, it's white, but it has like a metallic green here. It's a pretty cool colorway. I like it. It's currently sitting in the $275 range, but they're not out yet. I could see these dropping to right around retail when they come out because it's not like a collab or anything. It's a cool unreleased pair. I think it'll be pretty popular as the summer continues on, but could be another pair that could potentially fall off as far as hypeness in the summer, but we'll have to see on that because it's not out yet, but we're able to get these early. I always somehow manage to knock a shoe out of my hand, but I'm kind of want to go over that one quickly because the last pair is like probably my favorite pair right now. And that's going to be a pair that I've shown you before that thankfully Nike and Travis Scott's team sent out early, which is going to be the new Travis Scott, his first ever signature sneaker. So this one, at first, I was like, this is cool. I like the colorway. As I wore them, I really liked how they fit, especially with some of the like pants and shorts and stuff that I wear. These are expensive though. These are in the like 600 plus range in my size. I think they'll continue to drop because they just dropped a second colorway. The second colorway that they just dropped, University Red, they released a whole campaign with Kanye wearing them, and the resale is like 1,500 bucks. Once people start getting their pairs, they'll probably drop down. I'm curious to see how these continue. I think 600 is good right now. One thing, an attribute you can tell on the bottom, that Jumpman Jack wears away as you wear them. I don't know how it's gonna go as far as resale wise, because if you look at other Travis Scotts that have come out that are like weirder, obscure silhouettes, they kind of fall off in resale. When you have the typical Jordans, they do well. I think these should do well, especially if Kanye's wearing them and Travis continues to wear them. For me, they are comfortable and they look good, and for a mid, they look good. It's hard for me to figure out what to wear with mids, but I think these look good. So they come with a cool dust bag. Overall, good experience with this shoe, and I would say this is one of my favorites. You could say because of the hype and the price, but I still think great shoe, and that these will hold for now. I think this would be a $500 shoe easily for the next month or so, and we'll see where it goes. So these are our 10 or 11 best sneakers for summer 2024. I think we have a good range, and I think that there's something for everybody in this pile. If you like hype, if you like comfort, everything of that. If you guys want to see a video on comfort and shoes and some of the most comfortable shoes out right now that I would personally wear, let me know in the comments down below. Leave a like on the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. This is Harrison, signing out.